Hi, welcome. Enjoy the content, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Logan Caldwell never imagined that a dumb joke with his best friend would become the turning point of his 7-year marriage. A 38-year-old civil engineer, he had a predictable routine in Denver, waking up early, drinking coffee made by Bethany, his 35-year-old wife, kissing her goodbye before heading to the office, and returning home expecting to find her working on her graphic design projects in their makeshift home office. Bethany was talented and dedicated, and Logan had always been proud of how she'd built a solid freelance client base over the years. They didn't have kids yet, but they talked about it on Friday nights when they ordered Thai food and watched TV shows together on the couch. Their house in a quiet Denver neighborhood reflected both of their personalities. Logan had his engineering projects spread across his second-floor office, while Bethany filled the living room with her design equipment, 2 computer monitors, and meticulously organized color swatches. In the mornings, Logan would wake up first and brew coffee that was always too strong, and Bethany would laughingly complain that he was trying to kill her with caffeine. It was a comfortable, predictable, safe routine, the exact kind of life Logan had always wanted after growing up in a chaotic household where his parents constantly fought. That Tuesday in October, Logan was having lunch with Jake Patterson, his friend since college, at a Mexican restaurant near the office. Jake was a real estate agent, a confirmed bachelor, and loved teasing Logan about being too domesticated. Between nachos and beers, the conversation drifted toward relationships, fidelity, and those ridiculous stories everyone's heard about loyalty tests. Jake mentioned a video he'd seen online where a guy faked a phone call accusing his girlfriend of cheating just to see her reaction. Logan laughed and thought it was ridiculous, but Jake kept pushing. "Dude, I bet Beth would be furious. She'd slap you and make you sleep on the couch for a week," Jake said, laughing as he dipped another nacho into the guacamole. Logan shook his head, but the idea stuck with him. Not because he believed Bethany was cheating on him, but because, deep down in some quiet corner of his mind, there was that nagging curiosity every rational man hates to admit. He trusted her, but he also knew that absolute trust sometimes comes more from routine than from certainty. It would just be a way to prove to Jake that Bethany was different, that she wouldn't even flinch at such an absurd accusation. "I don't know, man. Seems kinda dumb," Logan said, taking a sip of his beer. Jake leaned forward, excited. "Exactly. That's why it works. It's so ridiculous her reaction will be totally genuine. I'll bet you $50 she'll laugh in your face and call you an idiot." Logan thought for a moment. Easy $50. And it'd be funny to see her get mad. "Alright, let's do it," Logan said, surprising even himself. Jake's eyes widened, and he grinned. "Seriously? You're serious?" Logan shrugged. "Why not? It'll be funny watching her yell at me. And you'll have to admit I've got the most faithful wife on the planet." They worked out the details. Jake would call Logan that same night while he was with Bethany. He'd say he was passing through the Cherry Creek area and saw Bethany entering a hotel with another man. Vague enough to seem plausible, specific enough to sound like a real accusation. Logan got home that night at 6:30 and found Bethany in the kitchen making pasta for dinner. She was wearing black leggings and an oversized t-shirt, her brown hair pulled up in a messy bun, and she smiled when he walked in. "Hey, sweetheart. How was your day?" she asked, turning to kiss him. Logan felt a pang of guilt. She seemed so genuine, so relaxed. But it was just a joke, he reminded himself. They ate dinner while chatting about her project for a tech startup and the problems with one of his clients who wanted to change the structural plan mid-construction. Everything was normal. Everything was fine. At 8:15, Logan's phone rang. It was Jake. Logan answered on speakerphone, as they'd planned. "Hey, Jake. What's up?" His friend's voice came tense, as if uncomfortable. "Logan, man, look, I didn't want to call you with this, but I'm driving past Cherry Creek and I just saw Bethany." Logan feigned confusion. Beth? She's here with me, dude.